we were just having some little pre-show chatter, and Tom and I have just realized that we have the same hairstylist. Now, admittedly, I see technically a barber as my hairstylist. You are a man, men see barbers. It makes sense. But the fact that out of all the people in Southeast Detroit,
We have the same person who cuts our hair. So shout out
we
to
have the
Emma.
same person.
That's
Shout
why
out
I'm a
to
little
Emma.
late today. I was up seeing Emma, and then traffic has just been just a nightmare here in Detroit lately. So it takes 50 minutes to get anywhere. So
That's my life. Welcome to my life 5 days a week. It's
yeah, I would assume the
wonderful.
traffic in London is not ideal.
Even outside of London, so there you go. We are also missing another co-host this week. We're really doing so good at making sure that we all turned up, but it's okay because we have a third person with us today, and because we're talking about, well, we'll get into that. Welcome to Sweat Socks and All That Sauce with Justin. No Justin. Justin's dead to us. Kay and Tom and Ryan, where no sport is off limits, the debates are debatable. With the Premier League finished, Arsenal taking the top spot, except for the Champions League losing. They lost to Paris Saint-Germain. How do you say it? PSG. All right. And West Ham have
been relegated.
They've lost bottom of the barrel. They have been relegated. And so we're going to talk about relegation on this podcast. And I think it's going to end up turning. So you're just going to give us like the ins and the outs of like why you guys do relegation, how it works in professional football or European football. And then we're going to talk about, I think, why we don't do it in the States, if we have the answer for that. Should we do it in the States? And should there be punishments? I think that's kind of the discussion that we're leaning towards here.
So can I jump in before we get into the relegation and before we do the tiers for West Ham?
Yes.
We were in Saugatuck over the weekend, and we ended up at a like Irish pub thing that leans heavily into soccer, and there was a ton of Arsenal fans in there, and we were there right at the exact time as like Arsenal like got to like raise the cup and everybody cheers, and it was first of all, it was nice to see people have fun because we don't do that in Detroit anymore. So it was nice to see people have fun. But you guys just briefly, yeah, I see here. Hey, we just swept the Rays. That was weird.
Yay!
Anyway, you just then mentioned kind of as we were leading into this that Arsenal hosted the cup, but then lost to PSG. So like, what the fuck?
This is the difficulty. American sport is one dimension. You have one competition. That's it. You enter.
Yeah, that's it.
it.
You play. You win the Super Bowl.
We
don't.
We make it. We try and make even more money out of it. That's the joy. The more competitions, the more tickets, the more games, the more TV rights. So I've tried to explain this before, and you're like, Kay's like, what the fuck?
I get it now, though.
So you have the domestic. So it's a bit like the Eastern Conference, the West. You have your mini leagues, right?
Okay, so like the FA Premier League is like the Eastern Conference.
Equivalent. It's the English league. It's all the teams in England play. They all play together, and there's 42 of them just in professional. There's a lot, right? Well, it's more than that.
Right.
I'm making it up.
There's more than a lot.
So the Premier League is made up of the ones you think about. There's 4 divisions: Premier League, English Division 1, 2, 3, and then beyond that, there's even more. The ones that, even in the domestic competitions, is the league. Then you have cup competitions, knockouts. So you'll have the FA Cup, which if I played for a team, I can enter it. Our team can enter the FA Cup, and if we did well enough, we could play West Ham. That's how mad it is. So any team can play, ultimately in the cups, can play any team. But the leagues is the main thing. That's the main thing that's on.
Let's stick with simplicity.
I don't want to complicate it.
I'm already
So what
lost.
we do is, but what we try and do is we try and create a bit of jeopardy throughout. So if you're near the bottom, you're not doing so well, we're going to keep it entertaining. We're not going to just go, oh, well, just give up. There's actually something, if you lose, that you really lose. There's a forfeit in some way. Now, if you're at the top, there's a certain number of places near the top of the league that will also gain additional things, not just money. So the top 4 teams in the Premier League, when they finish at the end of the season, they get the privilege of going into a European competition. Right?
Which is what happened.
So this is
with Arsenal, right?
Champions League. So originally, it's meant to be the winners of every league go and play together. They get another competition as well as their domestic one. Right?
Right. And
But
that
then-
one's called the Champions League.
Champions
The
League.
ball with the stars on it, Champions League.
So when you saw Arsenal play Barcelona or Manchester United or Man City play Real Madrid, it's usually in the Champions League. It's like an elite tier of football.
Why is America never part of that?
Because it's just Europe.
Oh, it's just Europe.
It's just Europe.
Oh,
and
alright.
you probably wouldn't get anywhere. South America have an equivalent. I do think there's a North American equivalent.
Okay, fair.
I'm not sure. They kind of do it in their, but the main one, the biggest teams are in Europe.
Fair. All right.
So,
It's the-
so I guess to land the plane here, what to you, like for us, it's very simple. If I am a fan of the Detroit Lions, I want to win the Super Bowl and the Lombardi Trophy. Like that's the ultimate goal. What is the prized possession for you? Like what is the big trophy? Is it, I feel like it's probably the World Cup, but then if it's your local team, like what would be the, like,
So
would you
what?
rather
West
win?
Ham.
Yeah, so if it's West Ham, would you rather win just the
Anything.
Premier League or do you want to win the Champions League? Like what is the pinnacle?
Look, if you got through, like Man City are maybe a better example. They were awful going back 10 years. They've moved up. You have to kind of do well in the league, win the league, then you get invited to the Champions League, win the Champions League.
So is that the pinnacle?
It's
Is that
the
Champions
pinnacle
League?
of club football?
Okay.
Is probably Champions League. If you win the Champions League, you can go to a world one where you go and play the South American equivalent. But
It just goes on
It goes
forever.
on.
It never fucking ends, honestly.
Champions League is probably the biggest competition for club football.
And we think baseball season's long.
As is go. It never stops.
It never
So-
stops.
So the average bloke living in London, that's what they want. They want their club to go win the Champions League. That would be the, like, we have done it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you guys just
I'm-
ever happy?
No, apparently not.
No, because I'd actually set in my bar a lot lower. You're saying, I'm not bothered about Champions League. That's a commercial. It'd be nice, but fucking hell, we need to win first.
So you want
We
to
need-
you want to win the Premier League.
Yeah, I want to get in the top 6. If we've done really well, if we as a team get in the top 6.
See, this is why
Could
you
you
guys
imagine?
this is why you guys lost the war against us, because you just want 6th place.
Yeah, could you imagine if we were like, yes, that's what we want for Detroit. Number 6. That's what we
No.
want. Yes.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like you go, actually, we're above the Sox. Fucking hell, yes.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Actually,
I suppose
we
could
just
do
want to be
that.
above Tottenham. I don't give a shit about it. If your season's going to shit, you pick the next best thing that you can celebrate.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I see
anyway.
that. So because we've
Detroit.
got, like, I'm kind of thinking about it as in terms of like college football. So like, you want to win your conference, but there's also then the college football playoff. So like, you can win your conference, but then still lose in the playoff. But then you've also got your
Yeah.
rival. So like the year Ohio State won the national championship 2 years ago, they lost to Michigan. So even though they ended up at the top of the mountain, we still got to go.
You're not that fucking good, are you?
couldn't beat us though. So I guess I can kind of see. I see what you're going with. Like, just as long as like fuck Tottenham, as long as they're
Yeah.
miserable, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly.
However, West Ham obviously
However.
is not making us happy this time
So,
around.
yeah,
right?
I guess so.
They're in the bottom 3. They came out in the bottom 3 this season, and that means the bottom 3 go down, and the top 3 of the Championship League, is that what it's called?
So we go to the division below.
The division below, which is the Championship League. Not to be confused with the Champions League. Why the fuck they couldn't come up with another fucking name? Couldn't tell you. Anyway, so they kind of swap, right? So now West Ham is in the league below. We've got a whole new roster of teams that we've got to play, and with relegation, you said, means that we're probably also going. So we're not playing the Arsenals, we're not playing the Manchester Cities, we're not playing the Manchester Uniteds anymore. That's done for this next season. We are now playing Hull and
Norwich City.
Norwich. Do you know any of these teams? No.
Blackburn. Charlton
Millwall,
Athletic.
which Millwall is technically teamed with the Detroit Lions. That is a football team that is technically paired with the Detroit Lions. It's a blue lion thing. I don't know. Anyway, so that's happening, which means, and then when that happens, you said that we could potentially lose some really good players.
So I guess this is what we come to, is that losing. That in American sport, there's no risk of, or there's no issue with being the worst team. In fact,
Well, we lose players.
Kind of, but you also gain, because all of a sudden the team at the bottom actually gets a better pick in the draft. So and this is a question. If you're kind of like third from bottom and you're like, well, actually, I'm going to give up because we've got a better chance of getting. Do you know what? I've got a contract for 3-4 years. We might get some really good draft players. I'm going to fucking not bother anymore. And what happens is that team that doesn't want to bother is playing against a team that's challenging him. They got 3 points. They got a free hit to go and push through. So in some ways, because there's no jeopardy, it makes it a bit unfair depending on how your fixtures
But
are
then
lined
you
up.
could argue, like Tom, and in our case, as Detroit fans, Detroit Lions did nothing for how many years? How many decades?
All of them.
All
of
decades,
them.
right? So exactly. So
I mean, our last
regardless,
championship was in 1957, and the Super Bowl wasn't even a thing yet.
so there you go. So the fact that we had like bottom pick all the fucking time
And you still
still
done
did
very well.
nothing.
Yeah, but look at the Tigers. I switched off in May. Fuck that. All of a sudden they win. Oh, we're doing all right, but we're still going to be shit. We're not going to win anything. Like there's no reward,
Yeah.
there's no reward or anything for watching now. The season's
It's definitely
over already.
it's the most egregious in basketball. Because with only 5 players who are on the court at any given time, literally one remarkable player. I mean, you can even look at the Pistons. Like Cade Cunningham, we got him first pick overall. It took him a couple of years to kind of grow up, but now he's a superstar and we have a fantastic team. Obviously, we didn't make the NBA Finals, but we're going to be in contention for the next few years because of one guy. So you're right.
Yeah.
There's a big incentive to tanking to get that guy. I believe it was 15 at the end of the year. It was 15 NBA teams who were actively trying to lose. And yeah, you're right. It's not fun to watch. I just think I don't have kids, but I think like if I was a dad and I'm taking, I've got a little kid who like really loves Steph Curry. And I pay for these tickets and expensive hot dogs and sody pops and everything and go to the game, and then he doesn't even play because they're trying to lose.
Yeah.
It's a rip off to the fans. So I love the fact that with relegation, that even though you knew you weren't winning the title at the end of the year, you're like, come on.
We've still got to win. Yeah, you're still watching.
Yeah, you're still pushing.
Last game of the season, West Ham, we had to win. But even if we won, it didn't make a difference unless Tottenham also lost.
Yeah.
So West Ham won on the last game of the season 3-0. It's a good result, but they still went down.
They still went down because Tottenham won, right?
'Cause they
so
won. We
Tottenham
couldn't
had
catch
to
'em.
lose for us to stay up.
Oh, fucking Tottenham. The goddamn Hotspur.
Tottenham. It's the
Soccer
Tottenham versus the west of the Hams.
So anyway, we're down.
That
So
pronunciation,
down.
the hot dog hat's going back on.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it's a bad day to be a
So-
hot dog.
So the question is, what could we do to American sport that would have some sort of forfeit or would add jeopardy to make that not happen? Obviously, keep the draft. I like that because that mixes it up. It does at least give a little bit of fairness, but there needs to be something else.
Well, with
Well,
the only sport
you
that I
add?
don't think it would work with would be football, because there is not really minor league football. It's just not really a thing. You kind
However.
of go to college. There's the Canadian Football League. There's the XFL, but those
but
really are kind of
exactly.
different.
So
But with
Okay.
baseball,
that's
basketball,
where this
and
discussion kind of
hockey,
comes in.
there are minor
Which-
league teams for all of them.
Yeah, so there's minor league teams for all of them. However, what if the punishment was
The punishment was the bottom team of the professional league has to play the top team of the college league.
so it would probably be Big Ten, wouldn't it? Because they're the best teams.
So imagine that. Would you be a professional football player and want the risk of losing to a college team? Would you want that on your CV? There's a question.
I mean, I like it. I don't think it would work with football because the gap from college football to the NFL is so large. Like, I think the absolute worst NFL team would just still smoke the best college football team. I don't think.
Do you
it would
think?
change. I
Is
do.
it worth
I
the
do.
risk?
I think even like the Lions 0-16 season, when they lost every single game, I still think that they absolutely demolish an undefeated Alabama team. It's like grown men versus little boys. There's a size difference. There's a speed difference. There's, you got to think there's hundreds and hundreds of college football players. And just each NFL team gets 62 guys. So, and then of those 62, really only 30 of them see the field. So it's just such a smaller gap, where I do think that like a very bad NBA team might struggle against like a really good Duke team, at the top of their league,
Or even baseball. Would baseball make a difference?
Yeah, well, I mean, baseball, like you've got, a lot of times we'll send players down. So, like, a good example for the Tigers is Kerry Carpenter was injured, one of our big bats on the Tigers. He was injured, and then they send him to Toledo. Instead of coming right to the big leagues, he goes to the Toledo Mud Hens, our AAA team, to get some practice at bats and kind of ease back into that major league roster. So you do on these, like, the league just below the MLB, you've got professional caliber players there. They're just kind of fighting to make those major league rosters. Same with like the Red Wings and the Grand Rapids Griffins. And, you've got a lot of these, there's the NBA G League, which is filled with NBA talent, but they just don't have room on NBA rosters. So I think those three sports make a lot more sense, where you could kind of flex them up and down. So for relegation, do you keep your home stadium?
Yeah, you keep your stadium. You keep everything. But your costs go down. You just lose prize money. So all of a sudden, the TV rights are less. We'll lose over £150 million through going down. So it's expensive. If you get relegated, it's an expense. Players don't want to stay. They're like, fuck this. We don't want to play in this division. We want to play in the top league because you're a professional footballer. You want to play at the top. So all of a sudden, it started with West Ham already. They're already saying, we're not going to sell anyone. But I know that's a load of shit, because if they say, we've got to sell people, guess what happens? All the other clubs offer less. All of a sudden, it's like it's just negotiation now. So it comes silly season. It becomes all this, like, out of, it's just transfer talk. And that's it.
So I would imagine, how many, like, the West Ham Stadium, like, how many seats are in there?
62,000, I think.
Oh, that's a big ass stadium.
So the stadium that West Ham is in now is what was built for the Olympics, right? So that's what they're sitting in.
So that's my thing. Let's say
was-
the Detroit Tigers got relegated because they're absolute ass. like,
went down to be a Toledo Mud Hens.
Yeah.
but would
okay.
they still? But like, would they? So they would stay at Comerica Park
Yep.
Yeah.
and just
Wild, isn't it?
wouldn't
So
fill.
we-
you just wouldn't fill the arena. I'm assuming a lot of
No,
people.
we will.
They still.
West
So
Ham will still go.
so they still go.
Yeah. Because we'll play really shit teams and we'll go away. The best thing is we get to visit. In some ways, the positive is we win more. We're everybody else's cup final. We're the biggest team in that league. So all of a sudden, all
Yeah,
the
you're
other
the
teams
big
are
fish
like,
in a small pond. now.
lovely, it's West Ham. So they come to see us because they've never seen our stadium. They've never played at a big stadium before. And also, there's loads of teams that we can go away. We'll take 9,000 fans, 10,000 away from home. We'll get more trips away from home. We'll go visit new stadiums that we've never played in for a long while. New teams, new songs. We'll get loads of shit sung at us. It'll be fun. It goes, and also the best thing is no VAR, no video replays on checking goals. It is.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be,
there's no VAR when you go down in the league, which is good, right?
It's gonna
So
be
the offsides thing. It's just you got to use your eyeballs. There's no cameras.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I kinda
celebrate.
dig that.
We're gonna celebrate a goal like it's 1990.
There is something to video replay with like getting the call right, but how much it slows games down has been absolutely infuriating.
I think the big notice that I've seen is noticing a massive difference in overtime when it comes to European football now. Whereas I feel like it used to maybe be on average like 3 minutes overtime. Now we're getting into like 6 to 8 minutes overtime because of this VAR thing that's seemed to take it. And because of VAR, it'll be a hairline, say like somebody's offsides, it'll be a hairline and it'll be like someone's elbow due to momentum that's crossed over the line. And then it's called not a goal. So if they got a goal while someone is offsides, then it's not a goal. And it's just like, this is so stupid. This isn't how it was meant to be played.
Unless it was Arsenal.
Unless
And
it
then
was
they get
fucking
it.
Arsenal. We could say the same thing about like Kansas City and how they could do no fucking wrong because every ref wanted to jerk off all of those guys that were sitting on that fucking team, didn't they?
You're not bitter at all.
I just can't fucking stand the hype around Kansas City.
So Ryan, let me ask you a little bit about flopping. So soccer has been famous for the flopping, the somebody barely grazes you and wow. And it's now become a very big problem in the NBA. Thankfully they were eliminated, but the Oklahoma City Thunder, who just lost to San Antonio, the back-to-back MVP SGA shot more free throws than made baskets during the playoffs. And there are an egregious number of clips of him doing that same thing. Do you think that's part of the sport? Is that smart to do it because the rules allow? Has soccer done anything to rectify it?
It's a tactic.
Yeah.
Exactly like you.
But they all do it. They all do it. It's not a tactic if every fucking team does it.
So I watched Detroit in the playoffs, and I was like, "Fuck me! How many free throws are there these days?" That was the first thing I noticed. I was like, "They don't actually hit any baskets. It's 3-pointers and free throws." I was like, "What is going on with this game?"
Yeah.
It was mental. That's the first thing I picked. I've never watched a basketball game since I used to play NBA Jam on the PlayStation. That's going back. Is it Bugsy Mogs?
I love
Used to run round. Yeah, I used to play that. That's going back.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, it's getting worse. And you're chatting to a 40-year-old. When I used to watch it, you'd watch players just smash each other all over the place. That was fun. Everyone would jump up and down at West Ham when someone got a yellow card. We used to have a player, right? One of my favourite players, John Moncur. He was mad as a box of frogs, and he would be a substitute, and he'd wind the crowd up when he was warming up at the side of the pitch. And he used to play a game of As soon as he got on, he'd run across the pitch and foul someone and get a yellow card on purpose. And
love
all
it.
the West Ham, and everyone at West Ham used to love it and cheer. And it was the best part of the game. Because we were shit. But two, it was just football. That's what it's about.
It fires you. It fires you up. There's like that competitive spirit. It's like when in baseball, sometimes if there's a bad call, the manager will go out and purposefully get ejected from the game, like purposely throw a huge temper tantrum, and it gets everybody fired up. So like I love that. Like or like
There's
in
two ends
hockey
of the
when you have the
spectrum.
bruiser who goes out and just goes beats the shit out of somebody. But we're losing that. We're losing that in sports.
Yeah.
But we're losing that from society.
Well, this is a whole different other fucking topic. That's a whole different political topic.
Put the hat on.
Put the hat on. The hat means time to cut the conversation.
I love it. I love it. We need to be kicking more ass.
We
It's a
need more
bad day to
nicknames.
be a hot dog. This is America. Give me a firework. It's the 4th of July. Unbelievable.
Oh my God. I feel like, do you feel like you've learned something today?
I have. I definitely was very curious about like when does it end? Like I feel like the World Cup is like the granddaddy of them all. Like you want your country to win the World Cup. That's a big one. But then now
I gotta say, like, actually, I think that there's way more tribal feel when it comes to their own teams.
Yeah, the local competitiveness.
So if England win, we're all just going to cheer together, right? That's a bit boring. It'll be fun for a day. And then I'll be like...
We'll get along for one day.
Whereas if we do better than Spurs, or if we do better than Arsenal or Millwall, I can rub that shit in forever. And I can do that every day I go to work.
Just
It's
mean-spirited.
fucking
It's not even about having
Yeah.
fun.
You must. It's just we love taking the piss out
It's
of
just
each other.
it's not a
We
nice
take the
sport.
piss.
It's not nice, and nobody's kind to each other.
And
Nobody is
but
kind
yet
to
you
one
call
another.
it the beautiful game, and there's like all this poetry behind
Look at
it.
the songs we sing about.
But it's
people.
really just like you're shagging your brother. Like
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. It's not great. And there's no positive, like even the chant that West Ham does, or the song that West Ham does, which is I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles, it's still fucking depressing. It's basically saying like, we'll never get to where we want to be.
And like my dreams, they fade.
They
and
fade
die.
and die. That is
a
the
lyric.
song that they fucking sing. Like, there's nothing positive at all, but they all sing it with such pride.
I've been at a game versus Fulham on New Year's Day, and it was so boring. We all started singing "Let's Pretend to Score a Goal," and we cheered, and all went mental. Yeah, all like to each other. Let's pretend to score a goal. Let's pretend to score a goal.
And then you just screamed.
And we all went mad. And,
do you guys do the wave?
no, fuck that. bollocks.
Nobody does the wave. Nobody just goes, oh, like we do, honestly.
I absolutely hate the wave. I really hate the wave.
Yeah.
Do you hate the wave?
I hate the wave. Even
What do
at
you
like
hate about it?
like I just feel like we're such stupid Americans. It's
Yes.
like it could be like a very intense, important game, and everybody's like, "Hey, what if we all did this?" Like it's just, I get it. Like if it's like a very boring game, like if you're at like a Michigan
Yeah,
football
yeah.
game early in the
Yeah.
season and they're playing, North Dakota Tech, and the score is 85-13. Okay, whatever, have your fun.
Have
But
fun.
like we're doing the wave and like against Ohio State in like super crucial moments where you should be focused on the game, locked in, paying attention, and everybody's like, "Whoa, this time."
And then when it gets to you, it's so anticlimactic, actually. It's fun to watch to go around, but it gets to you and you're like, oh, actually.
I just sit there and go, fuck this shit. Last time I did the Mexican wave, well, I didn't do it because I refuse.
What's the Mexican
was-
wave?
That's what it's called.
What?
That's what we called it.
Why do you guys call it the
Mexican
Mexican wave?
Because it started in Mexico.
Why did the
86.
Mexicans catch a stray here?
I think it was the Mexican World Cup they started it. I'm
Really?
just guessing here. Yeah, I think so. That's what we
I
call
think
it.
you're just making this up.
Honestly, we look it up.
If it's a
Maybe it's-
Mexican wave, I should get some chips and salsa at a certain point.
Yeah, right.
Sorry to all you Mexicans out there listening to the podcast.
There's
but
none,
it is.
don't
Who
worry.
started, it's all right. It's not many. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But anyway, the last time I did it or saw it was at an England under-18 friendly, and half the crowd were under 9.
You're totally wrong.
Well, we call it a
The
Mexican
global
wave.
crowd phenomenon known as the Mexican wave is widely credited to American professional cheerleader Crazy George Henderson. He
Wow.
first led the documented televised wave on October 15th, 1981 during an MLB game between the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees at the...
Why is it called the Mexican wave then?
Oh, shit.
Sounded good though, didn't I?
The Mexican wave. I love it. No, I like
else is there?
our
French
the only
kiss.
the noise making that we do during football games is just so the offense can't hear. So that
But
you
it's
know,
just the noise.
It's just noise. We literally
Yeah,
just
but
go,
you
oh.
but like that's the point. Is
It's
it's just
fucking
noise. Like in
stupid.
soccer, you're not like actually like huddled up communicating a play. You're just making racket. Like so that's like so you guys can have the songs, but like when it comes to football, like a song doesn't help. We just need to be loud so the quarterback can't deliver the play effectively. Like that's the whole goal. Or they can't hear the snap count. And you get
I understand that. I understand that. But there's nothing else to us. That is all we do.
We've had awful songs.
That is
We've
all
had
we do.
Really awful songs.
Yeah, that's all we do. So we don't have Justin K. Do you have any wise words of wisdom?
No, don't get your identity stolen. Or attempt.
Wait, what happened?
Don't have somebody attempt to have your identity. No, don't. What am I trying to say?
Even I'm lost.
Somebody is trying to steal my identity in America, and I'm trying to deal with it from the UK. That's my wise words. Make sure all of your shit is down safe in a safety deposit box somewhere where nobody can get it, and change all of your passwords.
Yes, your password shouldn't be password. Okay, share us one of your passwords.
I think my wise
goodness.
words.
Oh, the signal's cutting out again.
Oh
Let's
my
wrap
God, I
this
give
thing
up.
Yeah,
All
let's
right, we're
wrap
wrapping up because this is just painful. Thanks for joining Sweat Socks and All That Sauce with no Justin. We've got Ryan, Kay, and Tom. You can watch the show on YouTube. Follow us on socials at Sweat Socks Pod. And if you want to chime in, feel free to send us an email at sweatsockspodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, it's a bad day to be a hot
Just-
dog.
It's a bad day to be a hot dog and just stay sweaty.
Sweat Socks and All That Sauce is hosted by Kay White, Tom Whitaker, and Justin Michaels.
Our theme music provided by Pat Leonards.
And our artwork was created by Mike Willis.